Creativity and adaptive learning. That's a topic given, I think, right? Yes? I'll define it very, very short. Adaptive learning, I authored a book. What is adaptive learning? How to get adapted to the situation. How to get adapted to the students. There are two great principles which you will learn in your B.Ed. Learn in your B.Ed. I am using words very carefully. Very rarely people understand it, including the teachers who teach you in your classrooms. I understood it. One is Bloom's taxonomy. Right? I understood it. How many of you can say you understood it? Which is not a great theory. Actually, it is not a great theory. I teach in MBA. I am a management professor from Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad. We also teach there the triangle which you draw in, right? The basic requirements. I need a house, basic requirement. I need a dress, I need protection. Yeah, good enough? No. I need some company inside my house. So next requirement, social. Next requirement. One social is good enough? No. I need to develop it further. So the last becomes, the topmost is, why it is triangle like this? There are a lot of people with this end their life. When you reach there, it's like LKG nursery. Everybody will not become PG, right? So once you become PG, less number of people. So what is there on the top? Spirituality, self-actualization, self-realization. What is that state? I don't want it. You understood? What is the basic requirement? I want everything. I want protection, I want. After that, doesn't matter. Okay. When I carry my bag, keep everything. Very costly one. Each one is costly, right? I just bought it for your class. Yesterday only it came. This pen is almost $1 lakh. Very costly. This, you Google and find out how much it cost. Yesterday only you got. I am wearing first time. The shoes I am wearing first time. And today is Wednesday. Understood? So physically, you take care of yourself. Right? Trim well, comb well. Yeah, looking good. Good enough? No. Feeling good? No. When do you ask somebody, are you feeling good? When they are not really good. When you go and see a patient, you will ask, how are you feeling? That means there is some problem. So feeling is not good. What is great is being good. The top is being good. I am a spiritual person. I am a meditation master from Himalayas. Himalayan tradition. Himalayan tradition, Swami Rama. If you have not read the book, read the books. Rama, not Ramdev. All these stupid people whose messages you will forward saying they are all spiritual masters. Actually nil. Blah blah blah. English only. They don't even quote one sloka. If at all there is a spiritual master today in Kerala, very rarely you see. നിങ്ങളുടെ തൊട്ടടുത്തുണ്ട് തൃശ്ശൂർ ഭാഗത്തുള്ള ഫേമസ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരാളുണ്ട്. ആരാണ്? ഭൂമാനന്ദ. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ഒക്കെ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ ഞാൻ ഇരിക്കാറുണ്ട്. I used to sit in his class. My first poetry book which I wrote and I gifted to him. And in that there is one beautiful sloka which I learned, understood from his class. I made it into a poetry and submitted back to him. Purne manasi sampurnam. Purne Manasi Sampurnam. Understood? Jagat Sarvam Sudhadravaihi. If I have to come from the car up to this place, wherever I walk, I want a leather carpet. Is it possible? Yes. Give a leather footwear and ask to walk. This is the meaning of this sloka. But you will not get this meaning of this sloka like this. I will only give like this. Because I make things, difficult things into very, very easy one. Purne Manasi Sampurnam. The whole world is happier if you are happy inside. Right? So what is the purpose of education? Self-actualization. Everywhere I must see happiness. Is it Bloom's taxonomy or is it Vedic knowledge? Purne Manasi Sampurnam Jagat Sarvam Sudhadravaihi. The whole world is such. Like what? Leather carpet, if you want leather carpet. Provided you wear leather footwear. Wherever you go, you want happiness, carry happiness inside you. Very simple, right? Purne Manasi Sampurnam Jagat Sarvam Sudhadravaihi Upana Guda Padasya Nanu Charmas Trutaiva Bubuhu. Difficult, right? If it is difficult, what do? Omit it. That is for exam. But most difficult thing you start learning in your life, it becomes so simple. Rest of the things become simple in your life. So always the hardest thing you must learn. Okay. Purne Manasi Sampurnam Jagat Sarvam Sudhadravaihi Upana Gudapadasya Nanu Charmas Trutaiva Bhu. You understood? The whole world is like a leather carpet. If you wear leather, who told this to whom? The first psychiatrist in the world is. Don't quote any Western people now. I will get angry. First psychiatrist is during Ramayana, there is one patient, first psychic patient is Rama, Sita's husband. Before becoming Sita's husband, he was psychic. After +2, full tension. So Dasharatha took him to Vasishtha. Vasishtha gave 18 days of counseling. And that book is called Yoga Vasishtha. Don't tell yoga. Who is the father of yoga? Wrong. You have lot of wrong knowledge. Where is Shabari? During your tea interval, I scolded Shabari. You know the reason? She quoted to whom? You must have not written. I have written. Henry Ford. I did not write quotation. I wrote only the name, Henry Ford. I taught technology management in MBA, where Henry Ford made people to work like machines. During that time, one quote was given. What is that quote? We have to be working together, thinking together, otherwise mission will not work. You understood? That's manufacturing technology. So if I want to make this stand, how technology management was done? The stick will be with somebody. The nut and bolt, which is that hanging, which is used for making it up, will be with somebody. I will pass this to him. He has to fix it, pass it to the next fellow. He has to fix the stand, next fellow. Then he has to fix the other one. If one takes a rust, a breath, sweat, finished, the chain will break. And that fellow will lose his job. That was Henry Ford. He was one of the toughest person who made manufacturing technology in a different style. And then the whole humanity people, social people, told that people cannot be made to work like this. So Henry Ford was thrown away from his technology. And you are quoting that fellow. You understood what I am saying? Always don't learn bit and bit. Learn. When you go to some temple, there is a written big beautiful painted one. Annadanam Paramdanam. Have you heard this? Right? What is that? All of you lift your hand. Take it on your head. The Janman Tolanju. Best dana is food. Knowledge. Annadanam Paramdanam Vidyadanam Adatparam. You understood? Evada Needu? Needu still remembers. She was attending my class in St. Mary's. I mistook and then said her sister Mahima actually. No. Mahima introduced her sister to me. Mahima attended my class. But Mahima looks entirely different from today and Thursdays. So I got confused. That's why I took other route saying that Mahima's sister, because I know both of them closely well. You know, when somebody attends class, she introduces her sister and sister also speaks to me so closely, I get confused whether I know her or her sister. Are you getting what I'm saying? That is relationship building. Can you imagine somebody changed 10 times the phone but still keeps the DP which was kept 2010? Still keeps the same with me on a stage. Understood? So people keep that in mind because they learned something from you. I am sure who heart is open, sometimes heart is not open. What you will do? You will fill somebody else inside, right? Correct or not? Then you are not a bachelor. You are thinking of somebody else. Seeing them, heart attack will come. Heartbeat will change. Not seeing them, heart attack will come. They are not fit for bachelor degree. You are getting what I am saying? Suppose your open heart. I wrote a poetry. I have another book I have which I don't have a copy. Rhythm of life. All my books are written L-I-F-E, life. Live in full enjoyment. What is life? Enjoy. ഇല്ല നമുക്കായൊരു സന്ധ്യരാപ്പാതിയല്ലാതെ മറ്റൊന്നുമില്ലെന്നിരിക്കവേ അർത്ഥം കൊടുത്തു പൊലിപ്പിച്ചെടുക്കണം. ആര് പഠിച്ചത്? You don't even learn Malayalam or what? He was a member of Legislative Assembly, a poet. Gus, no problem. If you make mistakes, no problem. MLA ആയിരുന്നു അയാള്, മഹാപാപി. പറയേ, വിപ്ലവ കവിയായിരുന്നു. മലയാളത്തിലെ പ്രസിദ്ധനായ കവി ശാന്ത, അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ ഭാര്യയുടെ പേര്. ശാന്തയെ കുളി കഴിഞ്ഞ് റൺമാറ്റി വള്ളത്തോള. കുമാരനാശാനെ കണ്ടാ നിന്നെ കൊല്ലും. കടമ്മനിട്ടാണ്. ഓക്കെ, ശാന്ത. ഇതൊക്കെ മിനിമം യു മസ്റ്റ് നോ ലിറ്റിൽ. നോ, read, rejoice. So what is ultimate in life is that rejoice, right? When you don't have minimum peripheral things, you work for that. After that, what do you want? See, if you are rich, you can buy a car, and if you are too rich, you need a driver also. You understood? So you depend on somebody else. So what is richness? Depending on somebody else is richness. Actually, when you become rich, you should become free, right? You know what is the greatest requirement of everyone in the world? Freedom. And full free is that is salvation. Where is your house? I don't have a house. When I went to Delhi for my job with the Prime Minister's office, I was a policeman. I was the deputy director in DRO, intelligence, military intelligence. So when I got a job there, I wrote to few of my contacts in Delhi, that time Orkut, saying that I am coming to Delhi, I need a house. Because I don't have a house. If I have a house, will I ask somebody else? No. If I don't have a house, what do? I ask my friends, will you find a house for me? So 37 people offered, come and stay with me. And I stayed in Delhi with 2,000 rupees rent, with full, including dal, rice, everything filled in the kitchen. Because they wanted to be with me at least a few days. So I stayed there 2 years. You understood? So when you don't have, after some time I used to tell, I don't have a house in Delhi. So when I go around a big house, I keep saying that's my house. There is a big house in Delhi. You know which is the house? Parliament House. That's also my house, right? Every Indian can own it. So what is more important is the feeling of owning. Which is your college? Huh? Which is your college? Manager Gakanda. Is it your college? You understood what I am saying? You will say, this is my husband, my father. Divorce. Then what you will say? That fellow was horrible. Understood? Immediately you will change, right? Suppose this college throw you out, then what do you say? Is it your college? No, this is not my college, you will say, right? So the feeling of ownership is a feeling. It's only a feeling. It's not yours. When you ride in a train with a reservation, you will say, this is my seat. Is it your seat? Just because you own it for some time, does it become yours? It's all feeling. Understood? So feeling is little lower, which you think is great. Being is much higher. Being a mother, it is not a feeling a mother. Because nobody can own it. Only mother can own. Ownership. That is called the dharma. You understood? So what am I doing? According to the situation, I adapt to that situation. Which is my subject? Which is your subject? Economics. I never studied economics in my life. But I understood economics. Microeconomics, macroeconomics. I also taught economics in the classes. You don't require to learn it. Be in that subject. Do we do everything by learning or experience it? You experience it. So that experiencing is what is adaptation. I get adapted to that. So Bloom's taxonomy is only a theory. It doesn't give you that feeling. No, it makes you to learn. When you get into that, you understand, oh, this is what it is. So how do you start a class? Not by theory. Relate to the society. Not a B.Ed actually. It starts in TTC. Same program in teachers training program, they teach up to the lower class. In the lower class, if you look at the textbook, you understand the whole syllabus is related to the world. Are you getting what I am saying? Related to the world only. Up to 7th grade, everything is related to the world. 8th grade onwards, theorem. Theory. All useless. That's what you feel. Because you are not able to relate to the world. But if you are a good student up to 7th grade, what you studied, if you start relating, you will understand, oh, this I got it, now I am learning the theory. But teachers don't understand this. If you understand that, you get adapted to that situation and then say, This is where it is applied, there it is. Other day, Victor's channel, somebody was telling, we had a discussion with one of the great academicians of Kerala in Cochin in a round table discussion. He was telling trigonometry is useless. I said, because you are not a mathematician, you don't understand. I am an engineer. In and out every day, we use trigonometry in space department. But most of the teachers don't understand. So what do they say? It's useless. It's useless because you don't understand. Right? You are not understanding the value of the time, your ability, your brain which can consolidate many things. Because all of you have pen and paper, you must write I am, use, less, use, no. But from today onwards, all of you are my students. Then that should become a past tense. What is the past tense of use? Used. So change that, put a colon on top and then an arrow top and ed. So now you read, what is it? I am useless. So who did not use you? You did not use you. Why you did not use you? Because you did not understand the concept. So though I am talking about the basic requirements in life, after reaching this to the young children, I should tell them, you must earn, you must make money, because the next level is the satisfaction and I am gifting something to somebody. When I can gift? Only when I own, right? Are you getting what I am saying? So when do I gift? I have it and I don't want it. Vishnu Narayanan Nambudiri in the gutter. One of the best poets of Kerala, Vaikam Bhagatana, അവിടുത്തെ ഒരു ക്ഷേത്രത്തിലെ പൂജാരിയായിരുന്നു. After becoming the professor of English, I went and met him in the temple. Tiruvalla, I went and stayed in a college to teach multimedia teaching, 2007. And Mar Athanasius College for Advanced Studies. So during that time I was in Tiruvalla, I used to go to temple, I met Vishnu Narayanan Nambudiri. Before that I used to, over call I used to, Vishnu Narayanan Nambudiri, DrTPS. You can see one video where I am talking about another great writer of Kerala. I am not naming him. You Google if you love to hear it. So you will hear the clarity in which Vishnu Narayanan Nambudiri speaks. So he said once, the Bharat had two group of people. No, three groups of people. The whole world says who have it and have nots. Have and have nots, you heard, right? That's what you studied in your classes. But Vishnu Narayanan Nambudiri says that's not correct. There is one more group who had and left everything. What a great philosophy is that. Is it not a great philosophy? Go to Kaladi, we had Shankara. He had mother, left. That's why he became Shankara. Who have and left everything. Mahatma Gandhi, if he would have been a normal advocate, he will not become Mahatma Gandhi. He will become only Mohandas. He became Mahatma because he left everything for the people. So you have to have, then only you can leave it. So first having, then leaving. So somebody asked, what is the criteria for divorce? Marriage. Without marriage you cannot divorce, right? Correct or not? So you should have knowledge and understand, oh, it's as simple as this. For which you need to invest time. How do you invest time? Keep on rubbing. Hard work. Everybody will keep saying you should do hard work, right? No, you should do smart work. What is smart work? Without vim powder, washing the burtan, washing the vessel is hard work. With the liquid soap, washing is smart smart work. You know you don't have to. Even if you rub it, it doesn't work. A big stone, you have to smash it many times to break it. If you are very smart, you will look where to hit so that in one hit it will break. Right? You have coconut. Do you know how to cut it exactly half? Look at it. The three eyes. Look where to hit. One hit is good enough, it will break. Otherwise, ting, ting. Because you are not smart. Analyze, judge, criticize. All this what I told in the morning makes you a real researcher. Critical thinking, logical reasoning, analytical skill, mathematical ability, English comprehension. All these are requirement for any job. And many coaching centers are there, coaching. Kerala is very famous for coaching, tuition. Why? Because you keep on trying for 7 years, you don't get a job, start a coaching center. How to attend interview? Lot of classes. Why? Because you attended 100, you did not get a job. So give training. What a stupid place is this? No. You must love it. You must enjoy it. And then what you get, that's what I'm saying, reach into the topmost. I have a great concept of NEP. What is NEP? So many lectures, so many stupid fellows. If that was not during the COVID, nobody would have bothered it. SDG, so many lectures. You know why? Because on webinar, some time pass. CMS College Kottayam, I gave a talk on NEP in the beginning. Everybody said, DrTPS, fantastic, NEP explained well. I said, I did not speak anything on NEP. Actually, that was Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan's education policy. Before independence, what he made, and during independence, what is implemented is what I spoke. Nothing will get implemented if you teachers don't implement it in your classrooms. Are you getting what I'm saying? How to take class is in your hand. You have good teachers and bad teachers in your life. Subject is same, content is same, right? Vegetables are same, curry powder is same, water is same, fuel is same, stove is same, but who cooks makes the dish best, right? I am a good cook. I love cooking. DrTPS cooking class. Go to YouTube, you will see at least a few classes. Even making omelette is a wonderful method, you know. I used to go to Varanasi, Bangalore and all. When the omelette is, when the ghee from the bottom will come up in between the omelette, when it is filled, comes out like this. And he will put the tawa and then put reverse, and during that time, I remember, hey Ram, Ram, that's the word he said. If you don't know, you can make it. Manage cooking. You heard the word manage cooking? I don't know, so what do? I managed it. So managing is a bad word. Don't manage in your class. I managed the class means what? Somehow I escaped. 1 hour is spent, right? No. Don't manage your class. Administer your class. What is administering? Pulling resources. Medicine administration. Each word is different. Are you hearing what I am saying now? Management is MBA, management student. No. MBA. What is the full form? Master of Business Administration. But still they will call it as management student. I keep saying in my book Life Made Simple, MBA is not management. There is one write-up. Don't call yourself as a management. Though I said I was a management professor, because that's how the department is called. But what do I do in the class? How to administer business. What is administration? Collector is a district administrator. He will not say the road is like that, you manage driving on the road. I cannot do anything. Is that his job? His job is pulling resources, pulling money, and then see that everything is perfect. So what you should do? Administer. Are you getting what I am saying? Each word has got lot of meaning. Don't learn it. Feel it. Don't feel it. Be in that. That is adapting. Adapt to the situations. I know. What you should say? Write it. I know you. It means a lot. I know you. It means a lot. I know mathematics. It means a lot. I can do mathematics is different. I can learn mathematics is different. So that ability to get into education is what is exactly required for each one of you. Now think with all this. I thought I will speak half an hour. It's 31 minutes. I want all of you to close your eyes. Think, how can you make use of my time here where you can ask wonderful questions, where you feel, yeah, I got my answer. This is creativity. What I did now, creatively thinking, right? LIFE, live in full enjoyment, not for students and teachers. Learn in full enjoyment. If God comes and asks you what is that you want, there are only 3 requirements. What are the 3 requirements? Everybody wants this, right? Without this, nothing works. Lakshmi. But Lakshmi's husband is action. If any action is to be done, Lakshmi has to come. Any action you do, Lakshmi will come. That's why Lakshmi and Vishnu are husband and wife. Okay. I have got a Nitya Sloka book. The first sloka is highly motivating sloka. Sloka is one and the same, which everybody learned. I make it creative. How do I make it creative? Like this. I say don't pray like this. Karagre vasate Lakshmi. Now you understood the meaning, right? Karagre vasate Lakshmi. It will not come just like that. Husband has to come first. Action has to come. Without work, no salary. Karagre vasate Lakshmi. Karya madhye Saraswati. Saraswati will not come without creativity. My topic is creativity. Who is the god of creativity? Brahma. Creation. That's what you learned. Wrong. Creativity. Because there is no person like God. It's only Sankalpa. Imagination is Bharatiya Sankalpa. We have to think and then say, oh, it is not creation, creativity. So Brahma. Brahma's wife. So you want education, what is to be done? Keep husband inside you, wife will come. You want good Saraswati to come in your tongues? Creativity inside you should work. Inside creativity comes, no Saraswati, finished. So wife also have to be put. Then Karamule Sthita Gauri. Some people are there. Karamule Sthita Govinda, some people say. Endina rendu pempilarde kuda orale pidichakana kuഴപ്പമാണ്. So Govindana അല്ലെങ്കിൽ തന്നെ ഗോവിന്ദ പ്രശ്നക്കാരനാണ്. Already Govinda Manu, so don't use him. Karamule Sthita Gauri. Gauri is Shakti, energy. Wherever Shakti is there, Samadhi is possible. Samadhanam is possible. Wherever silence is there, you can get into meditation. Today meditation is a medicine. You have problem, meditate. Actually cheating. India is cheating people in terms of yoga, meditation. It's all diluted. One of the worst thing, India's index in happiness is one of the worst index because we are very good in cheating. So after some time, all of you raise your hand. Oh, I should not have done it. That's what you feel, right? All of us keep hand like this. Having told, oh, I should not have told like this. Why? Because you did a mistake. This is what is happening in India. Because everybody can cheat. Short term benefit, no. Look at long term benefit. So, Arogyam is required. How do you get Arogyam? Did I change for last so many years? I have not changed. My weight is 60 kilogram. When we met last time and today. No 59, no 61. If at all plus or minus 1, change the weighing machine. Get a better one. Right, that's a guarantee. Will you be able to guarantee like this? Why? Mitam bhuktva shatam japtva patashatam shanai vama bhage shayanasya bishak gim prayojanam. Why do you require a doctor in your life? You don't require doctors. What you should do? Mitam bhuktva korche kaikyav. What do? Anyway free, let me have it. If I start eating anyway free in my life, the whole body is not mine. It is all fed by somebody else. Mitam. Shatam japtva. Best teaching job because you are keep on talking, right? You don't require another breathing practice. Because when you talk, you're taking breath and then holding it. Have you seen beautiful people who sing songs? All of them are beautiful because they do a pranayama within. Chanting mantra. Pranavana vyanodhana samana me shuddhyandam yodirham vrijavi batma bhuya sanga swaha vakmana chatu strotra grana chikwarito buddhya agrisak. Adonnu menanilla. Malayalam kavithayille madi. Mika budaya kubera pattanathil suganagam. Aram vallatholnu padichittu ningal. Shishyanum maganum. മികവുടയ കുബേര പത്തനത്തിൽ സുഗനകമാകിയ താഴികക്കുടങ്ങൾ പകൽ പകുതി കിടന്ന ഭസ്കരന്തൻ പ്രകടമരീചികളാൽ തിളങ്ങി മിന്നി പല പല മണിവേട രണ്ടുപാടും വിലസന തൽപുരരിദ്ധ്യയിലൂടെ അലശരരിപുവിൻ മഹദ്രിതൻ നേർക്കലക വിഭാവനരന്തണൻ കവിപ്പൂ സുമഹിത മുനിവേഷമാമവന്തൻ ഭ്രുമരവതാംബുജരമ്യമാം മുഖത്തിൽ വിമലതരോടുദിച്ചുയർന്നതേരെ ശമഗുണമുള്ളൊരു വീരലക്ഷ്മിയത്രേ വരജട വിവിധാക്ഷമാല മന്തോൽ മനപുരി സർവശരീര ഭസ്മലേപം പരമിതുകളിലൊന്നിലും മറഞ്ഞേലൊരു പെരുമാ യുവതാപസന്റെ ദർപ്പം. പരശുരാമനെ കുറിച്ചുള്ള introduction on Shishyanum Magan. So when you chant, what automatically happens is a breathing practice. Do you require another breathing practice? Not required, right? Understood? Because you are not doing this, that is being done. So you have to do it with the only blah blah blah. Brain should work, feeling should come. Then start thinking, is it right? Why is it coming like this? Then you become highly creative. When you require something, then you give it, you feel happy. If you don't require when somebody gives, if you're really thirsty and somebody gives water, and if you're already full and no space for even a glass of water, somebody forces you to drink water, what will happen? So suffocating, right? Correct? So feeling should come. That's creativity. Creative people have quest for knowledge. What is that? Quest for knowledge. When you have quest, questions will come. And such people have not live in full enjoyment. What is your enjoyment? Learning is your enjoyment. Learn in full enjoyment. So therefore one sloka which you get, you will interpret in your way. That is creativity. Okay, to become a nursery teacher, you don't need to know great things. But if you know great things, you can become better. Right? I was teaching young students, teachers, training program. Right? ഏതാ നഴ്സറിയിൽ ആദ്യം പഠിക്കുന്ന പാട്ട്? What is that? English. Nursery rhymes is English, right? Most famous. Tingle, tingle, little star. മിന്നും മിന്നും താരകമേ, എന്തത്ഭുതമാണ് ഈ ദൃശ്യം, മീതെ മീതെ മാനത്ത് വൈഡൂര്യം പോൽ മിന്നുന്നു. എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും ട്രാൻസ്ലേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ? മിർസു മിർസു ആകാശംലു. തെലുങ്ക് ഓൾസോ ഐ റൈറ്റ്. I speak all the South Indian languages. Akkade ikkade ikkade, avade ivide ivide, ange inge inge, alli illi illi, idhar udhar kidhar, here there were. So when you translate, you start thinking, right? London Bridge is falling down. Falling, continuous tense, right? When it was falling, when he wrote the poem, has it fallen now? Then you should not sing it as London Bridge is falling down. London Bridge has fallen down. Correct or not? Did you change it? No. Ask this question. Students may not ask, but as a teacher you should ask. That's creativity. Then I started searching, where is London Bridge? If it has fallen down during that time, now there is a London Bridge. Is that London Bridge the poet saw and wrote this poetry? Or was there another London Bridge which has already fallen down? Then I found London Bridge is not in London. It was falling down, somebody purchased it, taken as it is and then posted it back into America, Arizona. When you know this, who wrote it, when did they write, why, where, when, what happened? So, all of you should have this question. Where, when, what, why, how. എങ്ങനെ ഇത് കിട്ടി നിങ്ങൾക്ക്? അല്ലേ? You learned about Wordsworth, Solitary Reaper, most famous. Behold her single in the field, yon solitary and lass. അപ്പോൾ ONVയുടെ പേര് നേരത്തെ ആരോ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ? പേരറിയാത്തൊരു പെൺകിടാവേ. വേർഡ്സ്വർത്ത് ആണോ ആദ്യം ജനിച്ചത്, ONV ആണോ? അപ്പൊ അടിച്ചു മാറ്റിയതാണോ? ആലോചിക്കണോ വേണ്ടയോ? മനസ്സിലാവുണ്ടോ? Then you will realize, concept മാത്രം, don't worry. So you should start criticizing, judging, comparing. Got it? I wrote a poem. One of my poetry is highly creative. Millions of sperm. നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ കണ്ണാടിയിൽ നോക്കിയിട്ട് ഒരു ഭംഗിയില്ല കാണും. പറയാറുണ്ടോ ഇല്ലയോ? കുറച്ചെങ്കിലും. ബിക്കോസ് യു സ്പെൻഡ് അവേഴ്സ് ടുഗദർ. മൂക്കിങ്ങനെ എന്നെ ഭംഗിയുണ്ട് കേട്ടോ. ദാറ്റ്സ് എ ഡിഫറെന്റ്. യു സ്പെൻഡ് ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് ടൈം. യു ആർ നോട്ട് ഹാപ്പി വിത്ത് യു. Physically unhappy. Most of the people are unhappy. Especially the teenage students are unhappy. And you are going to deal with them. You know, they spend lot of time. You were also spending, I also spent lot of time during my teenage. So I wrote a poetry to motivate yourself. Millions of sperm from the father get into the mother's egg and only one sperm take birth. And that's me. How many sperm did not take birth? Millions. Who are they? My unborn brothers and sisters. I fought with my unborn brothers and sisters and got my life. Am I not great? Lift your hands. Don't worry, it's a positive thing. Lift your hands, take it back and say, well done. We are all great because we fought with the millions of unborn brothers and sisters. We are all winners. ഈ കവിത ഞാൻ എഴുതി. മത്സരം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് മലയാളം വാരികയിലും എഴുതി. അന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു fortnight. So when I wrote this poem, English poem which I gave to in a program, Ambika Soni, you know Ambika Soni, Delhi Chief Minister, Shashi Tharoor, Ananda Bose, ഇപ്പോൾ ഗവർണറായ ആള്, അവരൊക്കെ ഞാൻ പ്രൈം മിനിസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ഓഫീസിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അവരൊക്കെ ഉള്ളൊരു പ്രോഗ്രാമിൽ ഐ ഗേവ് മൈ ബുക്ക് ടു ദം. ആഫ്റ്റർ ഫ്യൂ ഡേയ്സ് Ananda Bose called me and then said, you have wasted one day. അത്രയും മോശമാണ് എൻ്റെ കവിത. No. When I was reading your first poem, I thought there is one another Malayalam poem which is written same concept. So you have stolen that from that poetry. And I was searching my old magazines, heap of magazines. And later I found it is there in Malayalam and it is written by you only. You should have told me that I also wrote in Malayalam. I would have not wasted my one day. Correct? നിങ്ങൾ എത്ര പേരുണ്ട് ഒരു കവിത വായിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഈ കൺസെപ്റ്റ് this is there in that, this is there in that. Do you compare like this and then learn? That's what is learning. Are you getting what I'm saying? Economics. What is property? What is property? I just asked, this college, is it your college? No, because your property is not in your name, right? Suppose it is a document written in your name, it is my property. So what is my property? This is my property? Yes, because I have a bill paid for this. Right? This college, I paid fees, that's my property. Correct? Chemistry students are here. What is property of matter? Word property is coming in two different places, right? Have you ever thought about the relationship between these? The property of salt is, when I taste, salt taste should come. So property of salt is saltiness. Property of sugar is sweet. Each word. വാക്കിനോളം തുക്കമില്ലി ഊക്കൻ ഭൂമിക്ക് പോലും. വാക്കിനോളം ഈ കവിത കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ? കേൾക്കാൻ സാധ്യത കുറവാണ്. DrTPS എഴുതിയതാണ്. ഐ ആം നോട്ട് ദാറ്റ് ഫേമസ്, റൈറ്റ്? സോ ഓരോ വാക്കെടുത്തിട്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? അനലൈസ്. Then you will enjoy learning. So LEARN, learn in full enjoyment. Learning is an investment for future earning. LIFE. LEARN എഴുതിയോ? അതിൽ learning, when you do learning, you have to put an L board. After learning, remove L. Then what do you get? You will start earning. Got it? So you should have lot of knowledge, I am sure. Don't wait for a job. Job will come to you. It's very, very simple in life. Don't hunt for job. People will hunt for you if you have knowledge. So that is what is being creative. Don't become a normal person. Creative. Right? Adapt to situations. You will enjoy. Assume you don't get what you want. No problem. Enjoy. Invest the time for learning more and more. Folklore Academy chairman, one of my cousin. He was only an LPU school teacher. But he was a PhD in Sanskrit and he taught me English in my childhood. He used to teach English so well. And he has got a beautiful library with full of books. When he invests money for buying shoes, he will start thinking, should I buy a shoes or a book? And all the time he will go and buy books and he will walk without footwear. That was his passion for learning. So nobody thought from a village, from a small place, he will become. People used to come and learn lot of things from him. Got it? Yeah. So you understood what is being creative, what is knowledge. I can go on and on, but my intention is not that. So ask me questions. You discuss with your friends beside you or enemies beside you. What I can ask him? What is that he said so far? That is comprehension. All of you learned. Listen to my class, right? Acharyat padamadatte padam shishya somedhaya padam sa brahmacharibhya padam kalakramena cha. Heard this? You never heard? Have you seen 3 Idiots movie? Yeah, then you have heard this also. From that podium somebody is chanting it wrongly, you also laughed, everybody laughed. And that movie started with this, my poetry, because Amir Khan's professor was my friend. He took my book and then taught in the class. The spark was from my poetry. Millions of sperm from that also is being told in the class. I am also into films. I make movies. So what you should do? Acharya Padamadate. From Acharya 1/4. Padam Shishya Somedhaya. You yourself is thinking a lot while hearing. Padam sa Brahmachari. Brahmachari is coming. What is Brahmachari? Beside who is sitting is a Brahmachari. B.Ed. Brahmachari in education. Okay, so speak to that Brahmachari. Then hear from that Brahmachari. Share the knowledge. That's what it means. Then you get 1/4 knowledge. And 1/4 Kalakramenacha. When you ask questions, you get 1/4. Yeah, 6, 5, 4. That's how space department. Tush. When before 0, I must get a question. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Otherwise, college is bad. Wonderful. Very good. Yeah. Beautiful. Before the question. ആദ്യം ചോദിക്കുന്നവർക്ക് കൊടുക്കാന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ മലയാളം or Telugu or Tamil or Kannada or French, German, Russian, Chinese I don't know. Yeah. ആയിരുന്നോ? Wonderful. Very good. Give a big clap. Yeah.
Sometimes we have to learn by ourselves.
Yeah.
ഒരു കാര്യം നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കും, പിന്നെ പഠിച്ച കാര്യങ്ങൾ പിന്നെ നമ്മൾ മറക്കുകയും വേണം. ഈ മനുഷ്യന് ലഭിച്ച ഒരു ഏറ്റവും നല്ലൊരു കഴിവാണ് മറവി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ പ്രാവർത്തികമാക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുമ്പോൾ മറ്റുള്ളവർക്ക് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാവുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ലേണിംഗ് ടു ക്രിയേറ്റിവിറ്റി എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഇപ്പോൾ ആൽബർട്ട് ഐൻസ്റ്റീനൊക്കെ കണ്ടുപിടിച്ച അനുഭവം നമുക്ക് വിനാശകരമായി ഭവിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഹൗ ടു ലേൺ ഗുഡ് തിങ്സ്, അത് നമ്മൾ സെലക്റ്റീവ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ലേണിംഗ് പ്രോസസ് അല്ലേ, അതെങ്ങനെ എസ്റ്റാബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്യുന്നു?
See, I can give an example. When Vivekananda first started his world tour, Ramakrishna was not alive. Ramakrishna and Vivekananda lived together only 6 months. 6 years. After that, Sharada Mata was actually the guru for him. So before he was going for a trip, Swamiji Vivekananda never became a Swami by then. Because Ramakrishna gave Swamiship, he said, no, I am not matured enough. Let me be here for some more time. Feel that, then I will take. Otherwise, he was only Narendra. So he was going for a tour. What was done was, assume this is the knife. There is a handle, there is a sharp edge, right? So Sharada Mata asked Vivekananda, get me that knife. Right? So how the knife was given?
By placing the
sharp edge my side, handle for him. Many people will give like this. Correct? If you are giving like this, you are an impractical man. No consideration for the other fellow. If you are giving like this, so knife can be given both way, right? Understood? Sharada Mata, as soon as the knife was given, now go. You are matured enough. What a great knowledge. Simple thing, but gives lot of messages. So now you understood my answer? It's all in the hands of people who handle it. Every item in this world has good and bad. Nice words. Patti nalla jeeviyalle. Magan nalla monalle. ദേഷ്യം പിടിക്കുമ്പോൾ രണ്ടും ചേർത്തിട്ടല്ലേ ഉപയോഗിക്കുക? ആണോ അല്ലയോ? അമന്ത്രമക്ഷരം നാസ്തി. ആ ബുക്കില് ലാസ്റ്റ് ശ്ലോകം അതായിരിക്കും. അമന്ത്രമക്ഷരം നാസ്തി. എവ്രി ലെറ്റർ ഈസ് ഗുഡ്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് യൂസ്ഡ് ഇൻ സം മന്ത്ര. പക്ഷെ അതേ ലെറ്റേഴ്സ് ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ടും എനിക്ക് നല്ല തെറി ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റും. അമന്ത്രമക്ഷരം നാസ്തി. മന്ത്രത്തിൽ ഉപയോഗിക്കാം അല്ലേ? അമന്ത്രമക്ഷരം നാസ്തി നാസ്തി മൂലമനൌഷധം. മരുന്നിൽ ഉപയോഗിക്കാത്ത പഴം, നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ഡൈജഷൻ പ്രോബ്ലം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ രാത്രി 2 നല്ല പഴം കഴിച്ച് കിടക്കാം, ഡൈജഷൻ പ്രോപ്പർ. ഇനി പരഗേഷൻ ഉണ്ടെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുക, ലൂസ് മോഷൻ ഉണ്ടെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുക, പച്ചപ്പഴം ഒന്ന് വേവിച്ചിട്ട് സ്റ്റീം ചെയ്തിട്ട് അതിനകത്ത് കുറച്ച് മഞ്ഞപ്പൊടിയും ചേർത്തിട്ട് ഞാൻ നാട്ടുവൈദ്യനാണ്. ഐ എം ഫ്രം എൻ ആയുർവേദിക് ഫാമിലി. നല്ലപോലെ ചെറിയ കുട്ടികൾക്കൊക്കെ അത് കൊടുത്താൽ മതി, ലൂസ് മോഷൻ നിൽക്കും. അണ്ടർസ്റ്റുഡ്? സോ എത്ര മൂത്തു എന്ന് നോക്കിയിട്ട് വേണം അത് കൊടുക്കാൻ. നല്ലപോലെ മൂത്താൽ ഒരു ഗുണം, മൂത്തില്ലെങ്കിൽ വേറൊരു ഗുണം, അല്ലേ? നാസ്തി മൂലമനൌഷധം അയോഗ്യ പുരുഷോ നാസ്തി. ഗുണമില്ലാത്ത ആരുമില്ല. ഓൾ ഓഫ് us are good, but for our own purpose. എല്ലാവരെയും കളക്ടറാക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. I need somebody who can drive for him. So I need a driver also. When you teach 100 children in a classroom, what is my objective? Out of which I am teaching mathematics. I want not all the 100 will go for BSc mathematics. Not when I am teaching BSc mathematics, not all the 60 will go to MSc mathematics. When I am teaching 30 people, I am reducing it. 100, 60, 30. When I am teaching 30 people in MSc class in mathematics, I am not expecting all the 30 will go for PhD. Right? So it goes. So I am selectively taking people. That selectivity is part of this world. Just because somebody made a knife, not necessarily you should use it for better purpose. Have you seen all the gods in Bharatiya Sankalpa? One hand for Ashirvada, Agradashchaduro Veda, nice blessings and Veda and knowledge. Prishtaja Shasharam Dhanu. എല്ലാ ഭാരതീയ ഭഗവാന്മാർക്കും പിന്നിൽ എന്തുണ്ട്? വെപ്പൺ. എവിടെ കാച്ചണോ അവിടെ കാച്ചാം. അതാ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. പൃഷ്ഠജ ശശരം ധനൂർ. എവിടെ ഉപയോഗിക്കണം എന്ന് തിരിച്ചറിയണം, അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. ആശീർവാദം കൊടുക്കേണ്ടടുത്ത് ആശീർവാദം. വേദത്തിന് പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന നല്ല കഴിവ് വേണം. പക്ഷെ പോത്തിന്റെ ഒരു അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് യമഹ എന്ന് പേരിട്ടിരിക്കണേ ചില വണ്ടിക്ക്. അത് വരുമ്പോൾ മാറിക്കോളണം. കാരണം അവൻ എപ്പോഴും ഇടിക്കാന്നറിയില്ല, യമനാണ് വരുന്നത്. ആലോചിച്ച് നോക്കാം, മോട്ടോർ ബൈക്കിന്റെ പേരിട്ട് തന്നെ യമഹ എന്നാണ്. വാട്ട് എ ക്രിയേറ്റീവ്, റൈറ്റ്? സോ യു ഗോട്ട് ഇറ്റ്. ഗുഡ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ, വണ്ടർഫുൾ. എന്താ പേര്? സുകേഷ് ദേവ്. എവിടെയാണ്? കൊടുങ്ങല്ലൂരാണ്. കുറേ ക്യാമ്പ് നടത്തിയിട്ടുള്ള സ്ഥലമാണ്. ലക്ഷ്മികുമാരി അമ്മ അറിയോ? വേദിക് വിഷൻ, വിവേകാനന്ദ കേന്ദ്ര. ഞാൻ അറിയാതെ വിവേകാനന്ദനെ എടുത്തു കൊടുങ്ങല്ലൂര്. ഒരു പ്രാവശ്യം ലെക്ചർ കേൾക്കാൻ പോയ സമയത്ത് ദ സ്പീക്കർ വാസ് നോട്ട് ദർ, സോ ഐ ഗേവ് എ ലെക്ചർ. കൊടുങ്ങല്ലൂർ അമ്മയ്ക്ക് എത്ര വയസ്സായി? അങ്ങനെ എൻ്റെ ക്ലാസ് തുടങ്ങി. ദശമഹാവിദ്യ, ഐ ഹാവ് എ ബുക്ക് which talks about age of different mothers. The Sankalpa of mother, Bharatiya Sankalpa, has got age inside. Tripura Sundari, age will be 17, 16, 18. Dhumavadi, 80 years. So from young to old, the concept of mother is given. Durga will be 40s. If I have some complaint, I cannot tell my mother's sister. That is Durga. That's how I gave it. You must read that book, Dashamahavidya. Many people from different part of the world will read. And there is beautiful discussion from California. One lady called and that's a wonderful book. It's all there in the blog. There are 90 blogs. One of the book is Dashamahavidya. That lecture I started in Kodungalur, this place. Last yoga day I was there in Kodungalur. By chance I came to Kerala and then I called and then said, Amma, I am coming. Will you be there in the ashram? Then she said no. Come to the hall, Panikar's hall, Kodungalur. So I was there in the yoga center. So there I scolded most of the people for misnomer of yoga concept. Arana Yogada Acharyan? Don't tell now Vasishta. Earlier what you said? Patanjali. Yogena chittasya. Repeat. So yoga is for chit, manas, not for circus. No yogasana by Patanjali. He only said it is for mind management. Padena vacha, communication skill. So Patanjali was the master of communication skill. He was the master of psychology. Dr. Patanjali, psychologist. Keep a board. Dr. Patanjali, communication expert. Then malam sharirasya vaidyakena. So he was an Ayurvedic expert. So 3 characters are there for Patanjali. People only know he is the person for Yogasana. Wrong. All the people who do the circus also will chant this without understanding the meaning. Now you should ask word by word from now onwards. Ready? Then you become great knowledgeable person. Word by word. Yeah. Pravaram Munina, Patanjalim, Pravaram Munina, the greatest of the greatest Muni. That's how I salute you. That is what the chanting, which all of them will chant. Any of this loka you have a doubt, one line if you could write, go and Google. I'm sure many places I would have told this. So you will get a repetition from there. Otherwise, today's date is for me 22/12/28. That's how I number the videos and then store it. 2022 1 to December 28/28. So I am adding one more day in my life. Correct? Atta bye bye. Good enough? No questions? Six. Oh yes. ഒരു മാറ്റവും വരുന്നുണ്ട്. എന്താ അറിയോ? See, what happened was when I was back in my hometown, one person came. He said, I am your classmate. Oh, so I was so happy. He was my classmate. My brother, who is 5 years elder than me, he came. Immediately he said, I am your classmate. Because he failed 5 years. What? Today nobody will fail. And such people are you, without failure in life. Therefore you diluted the knowledge. Everybody will pass. ഗ്രന്ഥം 3 പകർത്തിയിടിൽ മുഹൂർത്തം മൂത്രമായി. See, one of the biggest problem is our development is so bad. We are copycats. We copy things we don't understand. There you can look at DrTPS SAT SAT. America degree admission students are coming and sitting beside me to learn physics, logical reasoning, analytical skill, mathematical ability, English comprehension from me in America. They ask a lot of questions because they are used to have assignments. Teaching is less, assignments are more. Here, blah blah blah, finish. Same question, same answer. Actually, that is there in our blood. But after some time, we will become slaves. If this continues, we are going to be slaves. Right? Now at least something is there, because it takes 20 years is one generation. 7 generations, 140 years. We are only 70 years old country. Another 70 years, by the time you, probably your grandchildren, they will become useless. And one of the biggest problem of India is the brightest of the brightest go abroad. Earlier I was asking children not to go. I got a fellowship. I could have gone to Canada, Windsor University to do my PhD. During PhD, what I did theoretical was practically done by some Canadian professor. He was ready to give me a lecturer's job. I said, no, I am an Indian. I want to be in India. But my son, when he wanted to graduate, postgraduate, I told him India is not good, go. So in 20 years, I found India is not good. When I was a student in Cochin University for mathematics, we learned Eisenstein algebra. I disproved theorem. Mathematics, nobody disproves theorem, only prove. I said it is wrong. I don't think any student in life would have had that courage to say theorem in the book. Ian Hurston is called the Bible of algebra. Everybody learns that in the whole world, and I am disproving it. If I would have done, I would have been the world famous person. But at least I made the department to get stuck. Every professor was thinking, where is it wrong? So you have to make a counter example. I made such a counter example. I argued so much. After 3 days, my head of the department called me and said, better you become a lawyer. Because what is right, you can prove it wrong. That's lawyer's job. So I took an LLB also in my life. Understood? But it took 3 days for them to identify that. And Professor Trivikraman, he loves me so much. I don't think any student would have got that appreciation from him. When he was mathematics professor, the Kerala Mathematics Association president, 2 times consecutively he called me for lectures to inaugurate the program. Got it? Because creativity, think, don't accept just like that. That needs courage, that needs thinking. If you don't think, yes, learn it and then finish it. No, I was not like that. I remember in my Viva, Cochin University we have a Viva. That Viva I was asked to write something on the board. That's the time I wrote Vakinolam Thukamilli Ukan Bhumika. Something. I thought you will write mathematics. What you think is not my problem, it's your problem. Do you have this guts to tell your professor like this? Your question is precise, my answer will be precise. You should have asked me to write some mathematics theorem, I would have written mathematics theorem. Write something means something only, no? Understood? That courage you should have. Because I know nothing is going to happen. Maximum first rank will become second rank, otherwise second rank will become third rank. That's it. That's all. So I had that courage. Come on. ഒറ്റയാണേ ഉള്ളൂ ഇവിടെ. പെണ്ണായിട്ട് ജനിച്ച ഒരാളും ഇല്ല ഇവിടെ. ആ നോക്കണം ഞാൻ പെണ്ണാണോ. യാ ഹിന്ദി അറിയോ? അവളോട് ചോദിച്ചാൽ മതി. ട്രാൻസ്ലേറ്ററാണ്. നീ തു അച്ഛൻ്റെ അമ്മേൻ്റെ അല്ലേ വിവരാലോചിച്ചോ അല്ലേ? ജനിക്കുമ്പോഴേ ഹിന്ദി പഠിപ്പിച്ചോണ്ടാ പേരിട്ടിരിക്കണേ. ആ see, that is because the whole world is like that today. It has become only you become a teacher, the gap between the teachers and students. But എൻ്റെ ടീച്ചേഴ്സിനെ എന്നെ പഠിപ്പിച്ച ആൾജിബ്ര പഠിപ്പിച്ച ടീച്ചർ പാറക്കു ടീച്ചർ ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു 80 വയസ്സായിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. ഞാൻ അമ്മ എന്നാ വിളിക്കാം. വിജയകുമാറിനെ ഞാൻ സാറിന് വിളിച്ചിട്ടേ ഇല്ല, വിജയകുമാർ തന്നെ വിളിക്കാം. He was my teacher. But we had a bondage. I told the professor was very close. See, I remember one day when Trivikraman was going to his house, the coffee house is the bus stop. I also stood there, he was standing. So he asked me, where are you going? I said, I don't know. Why are you here? To get into the bus. Without knowing? Yes. So he got into the bus, I also got into the bus. So when that person came for ticket, the conductor, he took the ticket. Same place, I also took. Then he asked me, why are you going there? I am coming to your house. Do you have this courage to go to your professor's house? I went along with him. Because you don't accept people just like that. So what did I do? I went, forcefully I went. I wanted to see his house, how is he staying, and I asked him, when do you do research? How do you do research? I want to see your life. Arrange you. Kaimal was my professor. Later he became computer science head of the department. A mathematics professor, taught computer science, later became Karivattam, Kerala University computer science head of the department. So we had teachers who were great teachers. Today you don't see them. I remember I went to Allahabad in a library. Handwriting is very familiar in a book. handwritten book is kept in the library. Then I asked the librarian, whose handwriting is this? This is one Professor Kaiman. I am so great, no? My professor's handwritten book is kept in Allahabad library. Don't you feel great? So we had such professors.
Sir, I have one more question.
Yeah.
The thing is, in the ancient days, it was pretty like there was a gap between teachers and students, right?
No gap.
It was more disciplined and
Yeah.
that's like contradicting sometimes.
No. See, what happened was it got diluted.
Okay.
Not everywhere it's available. India's biggest problem, you know what is India's biggest problem? Population. If India had 1/3 of this population, India would have been one of the most prosperous. Competition would have been less. Bribery would have become less. Why are you bribing somebody to get a certificate? Because there is a big queue. If there is less queue, we don't bribe. The facilities are congested. So the problem is increased because of population. Competition between people increased. Those days it was less. So they allowed people. And if you don't get a government job, if you don't become a teacher, you are not having permanent income also, no problem. My father was a great man. Not because he was rich. I keep saying my children are much better. Only this generation is bad. Because we become selfish. We are not sharing. Because my father's father had only 3 kids. My father had 7. So we are in a congested life. My next generation is much better because we have less children. So I am hopeful that India will change, world will change. The population rate has come down. 1970, 80, 90, the population growth was 18% in Kerala. Now it has become 2%. So I am sure before my death I will see a better Kerala. Got it? So days are not bad. Things have changed. It's part of life. 1970s we had poverty. Ration was the only thing. Do you know we had ration for sugar? Only 2 kg per. Only 2 kg sugar, and kerosene oil was one of the rarest. So we were never asked to light the light and read. We were asked to sleep by 7 o'clock because kerosene was not there. We are lavish today, right? Correct or not? So why do you think India has problem? We have no problem. We are lavish. I keep saying, I am in Hyderabad. So when Hyderabad somebody asked, we are struggling. I said, Nizam did not had an air conditioned car. No, we have. Nizam did not had a air conditioned house to sleep. Now we have. Are we richer or Nizam is richer? We are richer. Those days he was only rich, rest of them were poor. Now today everybody is rich. That's our problem. No, we should not feel bad because somebody else is richer than me. Am I comfortable? Am I good? Am I happy? Look at it. Share it to everybody. That's what is true. So we are in great position. Don't become depressed in life. I am so happy being in India, being in Kerala, having taken birth in a village where nothing was available. I left my studies, 8th class, I started a stationery and footwear shop. I used to make chair, plastic chair, and then sell it. I was one of the richest in my village. My mother had 1 lakh acres of land. I belongs to the landlord's family. Whatever is seen around was my mother's or cousins. Right? So have everything but left everything. So we know the value of money. We also know without that also we can live. Got it? You should have that. Both should be there. Lavishness and also understand I can also live without all this. World is very good. Don't think about problems. In a magazine I was reading, most of the poets write bad things about the world. No. Poets are always negative in writing. I am not like that. I write all positive in my poems. Why do we write bad things about poem? 1970s, 80s, people suffered. So at my age, 60, 50, 70-year-old people who wrote poems, all of them wrote bad things. That's what is being taught. I am sure next generation will not write. BHOOMIKA ഒരു ചരമഗീതം. അത് എഴുതി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഭൂമി ചത്തുപോയോ? ഇപ്പൊ അടുത്ത കാലത്ത് ഫേമസ് എന്ന അമ്മയുടെ ജിംകി അച്ഛൻ്റെ അവനെ കണ്ടിട്ട് ഞാൻ വെട്ടിവെച്ച് കൊല്ലും പ്രാന്തൻ. Why don't you have good songs, yeah? Beautiful songs which makes us feel happy. Is it that word bad? Drainage pipe will be there. Why are you seeing only drainage pipe? Look at the Kondappu, no? Enjoy it. Look at good things around. Don't look at bad things around. So good things. Policies will change, education will change, it will go up and down. Don't worry. Right? Let us make my small world around me good. Such a small world around will become best after some time. So be a good teacher. Be a wonderful teacher. Which subject is yours? Chemistry. I had one Suma, my student who became a chemistry teacher. She one guarantee. She was in Kendriya Vidyalaya. The other day I met somebody, I asked immediately. She was from Kendriya Vidyalaya. Do you know Suma? Oh, you know. So we became very close friends, referring her name. She was my student, Suma. She retired as a teacher now. One, her contract was all my 10th grade children passes 10th will get more than 70% in chemistry. And no student, worst student also got more than 70. That's her guarantee. Will you be able to do that? Do it. Everyone should do that. My guarantee is that. Yesterday I was talking to some student from Doha who is learning chemical engineering. I will post tomorrow. So I was talking about chemistry. I told, if you don't know any chapter, any subject, any place, open that book and talk to me. I will teach you that subject. Soon after that, or before 11 o'clock at night, another student was talking to me from Doha, where they attended one of my session in 2015 or 16, 7 years back. You must be able to guide children, make them to learn whatever they want. You can. Where is chemistry? Where is chemistry? All around the chemistry. The color is chemistry. This is white because the chemistry is reflecting that light. So there is physics. So no chemistry without physics. The wavelength is between 0.4 to 0.7 micrometer. Without mathematics you cannot explain it. So mathematics is the language of chemistry, mathematics is the language of physics. So where is chemistry and physics? When you go close to the atom, somebody was telling, did I tell something wrong that only 4 elements? 5th element is space. That's what I explained. And where is space? Chemistry is full of space. Because neutron, electron cannot go around if there is no space. So space is more or matter is more? Space is more. If I zoom you 10 power minus 15, I will see only atoms. 10 power minus 10, 10 power minus 6, micro biology. 10 power minus 9, nanotechnology. You understood the difference? 10 power minus 6, biology. 10 power minus 9, lifeless. So biology ends at 10 power minus 6. So a biology teacher with a bigger microscope which can zoom after minus 6 is chemistry teacher. And get into the atom, go to the nucleus, proton, electron, neutron, take an electron knife. Suppose you want to have a tomato to cut. The knife edge cannot be bigger than tomato. Then you can smash only. If you want to cut, it should be smaller, right? So if I want to cut a neutron, I need a knife which is of electron size. Are you getting? Neutron is bigger, I need it. So my son uses electron knife to cut the nucleus. That's why he's a nuclear engineer. My son is a nuclear engineer. So his knife is electron knife. Cut the nucleus. Then is it chemistry or physics? So get into the atom, Up to atom chemistry. Go into the nucleus, physics. And why is it rotating like this? There is space. Why? Because electrons have consciousness. How is it rotating? As the planets are rotating around the sun, same way around the nucleus electrons are rotating. Yada pindhe tada brahmande. Yada pindam is atom. Brahmandam is whole. Brahmandanam madhye. Go to the temple, the priest will chant Brahmandanam madhye Bharadagande Bharadavamshe Meroha Dakshine Parshve Parashurama Deshe. Address is given because God has to send you the receipt now. Chemistry, full of chemistry. But chemistry is biology, inside chemistry, inside physics. So don't become chemistry teacher. Biology also you should connect, physics also you should connect. When you go around and then see plants and animals, Idigali, Manushya Rupena Mrgascharanti, no questions to you because you are all animals. Manushya Rupamulla Murgam, question done. When you have question, you are a human being. Got it? Question should be there. So if you separate animals, human beings, zoology, botany, biology, on the earth, study about earth, social scientist here, geography, no? The body or kapare. Lift your hand, somebody from geography. Social science, lift your hands. I am more a social scientist than all this. Because my job is map making. Google, before it came 20 years back, I started making Google map and given to Kargil War. So I make maps. My job is social science. From satellite, take a picture, make maps is my job. 20 years I did that job. Got it? So the earth study is social science. On earth all the living being, zoology, botany. Right? Around the earth, all the layers you study physics. So which subject is important? Every subject is important. Which is not related? Everything is related. So be a teacher like that. Enjoy learning. So you have no time to think something else. Bad things, good things only should come. The parent. Achu. ACHU. Atrulu. Achu in the weed. Cinema. Achu in the Amma. Who is acting in the? Good. നല്ല നോളജ് ഉണ്ട് എല്ലാവരുടെയും ശബ്ദം വരുന്നുണ്ടോ ഇത്രയും സമയം മാത്സ് ഫിസിക്സ് കെമിസ്ട്രി ബയോളജി ക്രിയേറ്റിവിറ്റി അഡാപ്റ്റിവിറ്റി എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ സിനിമ so we know what is your interest. Don't. That is the cheapest thing what you can have. You have to raise from this level. You should also have. I see all the movies on the release day. Right? You should also see something else. Yesterday somebody spoke to me and then she said she wanted to become a veterinary doctor. Immediately I said, see faltu janwar. That is shooted in my village. I am from that place. Vaidalmala. When you see a movie, immediately identify which is the place. Look at tanks, which village, which panchayat president. See that. Go to Google Map. See the place. I used to take my children for trekking there. That was a place where we had a Pultailam business. And that's a place where this cinema is shooted. എന്തെൻ്റെ മക്കളെ നിങ്ങളിങ്ങനെ പോയത് ഇതൊക്കെ ഇതുപോലെ ഞാൻ പോസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യും കേട്ടോ ഒരു ചോദ്യമില്ലാത്ത കാലികൾ ബിഎഡ് കാലികൾ 6, 5 ഇത് ചോദിച്ചിട്ടില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ കൊല്ലുമായിരുന്നു See, there is no student who is a failure. Actually, I told not to break the stone you should hit at the right place. Learning is a great trick. And if you think that I want to use that knowledge for tomorrow, that is what is called objective and scope. Why am I learning? Oh, to write exam. Soon after exam, your brain will be free. I have done this experiment on education. The best students who scores more than 70%, 75%, soon after exam, I take them to a canteen, give them sufficient cool drinks, snacks, everything. Immediately give the same question paper to write. Finished. Brain washed. How many of you will remember your 10th class question paper? If given back same marks you will get? I am sure you will get less. But I am guaranteeing I will get more because I got less during those days. Not because of that. My MSc, even if I write now, I will get more marks. I still remember because I understood it, I learned it with interest. Passion. Understood? So you should have passion. If you don't have passion, what will happen? So the teaching job is, I only told that you will learn 2 people and then I told 1 and then skipped the rest. Taxonomy, Bloom's, but I told 2 things are there. I told only 1. You never asked. And that is where I want to answer this. Gnani's principle, 9 principles of teaching. I love that much better than Bloom's taxonomy, in which it says, as a teacher, when you enter, the first thing is create interest in children. Got it? That's where you should connect with life. I will make my children to love chemistry only when I connect and say that, no, in this chemistry is there, in this chemistry is there, in this chemistry is there, paper is chemistry, everything is chemistry around you. Right? Have you seen atom? I am going to show you atom now. You want to see? All of you want to see atom? Jalandaragade bhanau. Take a bucket of water, put a torchlight, light. Jala andara gade bhanau. Yat sushmam. Clearly look at it. Drishyate. Kanunada. Rejaha. Cheriya particle movie. Small particle movie. In a dark room, light comes in a slit, you will see small particle moving. That's called Rejaha. And that is 300 atoms. How many atoms? So did I show you 300 atoms? Good enough. Tasya trimshatamo bhagaha paramanu ritismradaha. Divide that into 300 pieces, you will get an atom. Are you not able to divide it? You are not creative. So the poet writes one more line. That's the most creative line. Jnaninam drishti gojara. Buddhi ullaku കാണാൻ പറ്റും. Jnaninam drishti gojara. You want to see it? You have to be jnani. Your brain should work. Then only you can imagine. Got it? So what do? I make my children curious in mathematics, curious in chemistry, curious in physics. You love maths? English is full of maths. You hate English? I will make you through maths to learn English. You hate social science? Oh, you like Malayalam? Wonderful. Kunyunni master from Tripura. I used to come here, took him to my college when I was a college student, younger than you. Traveling from Kannur to see Kunyunni master because he was one of the greatest poets. You know what he wrote about social science? History? A B C D Lunduru Tattvam Kalatin Tattvam. A B C D Lunduru Tattvam Kalatin Tattvam. Edikullil Kudumikidakunu BC Ennana Tattvam. What a great poet. So what did I do? I did not leave it there. I wrote a line, put 0, AD, BC. Okay, BC for you, AD for you. You are looking from that side. So what did I do? I wrote the whole history in an Excel sheet. That's how I teach students for their civil service exam. I've got a lot of students who are doing civil service. History learning is so simple, no? I told you earlier, Vivekananda and Ramakrishna lived together 6 years because it's a line for me. Their life, this life. Put them together in a line, you know where, when, what happened. Today is 138th birthday of Indian National Congress, Indian National Congress, Mahatma Gandhi's Congress, Nehru's Congress, Patel's Congress. So history is something which we have to learn. Okay. Create interest like this. So what did I do? I took 45 useless students. That's what they were called. I made them to feel that you are not useless, you are useless. Taught them English by taking them to Goa. Goa is the best place to learn English. Goa beach, you will see a lot of foreigners. Poorest of the poor in the world. Only 5 centimeter on top, 5 centimeter on bottom. Algebra and geometry. The poor village people from Palakkad, no goods to see them. I said, see. Ask them geography, history, biology, everything. Where are you from? When did you come to India? What is your name? So somebody said, Czechoslovakia. Write it down in Malayalam. Come back to me and ask. I will tell you where is Czechoslovakia. Understood? So they learned history, geography, everything. They started learning how to speak. No. How to have guts to speak in English, they learned in 3 days. So why people don't ask question? Because you don't have guts to speak English. Don't worry, your neighbor is much worse than you. So you should have the courage to speak. Nothing is going to happen. Okay? Because they don't know grammar. You may go wrong in grammar. Doesn't matter. Have you heard Abdul Kalam's lecture? Very poor English actually. When he writes one paragraph, there will be at least 4 mistakes. I have seen when he was writing visitors book, mistakes inside it. As a president. But he has guts. So what you should have is guts. DrTPS became like this because I have guts. I don't know English. So what did I do? College days, I got into politics in colleges. When I go to BA literature class, I speak in English only. Where I don't know anything. I make a lot of mistakes. But making mistakes, we had a wonderful teacher in Cochin University, N. Ramanujan. You have never met. He is an old man now. Tiruchirappalli. So he used to say, if you don't know music, speak about music. If you don't know music, speak about music. Then somebody who knows music will come and tell you, this is not right. Then ask him what is right. Do it repeatedly, you will learn music. Understood? So you should have guts. Most important for all the teachers, students to learn, they need guts. That's it. Come on, having said this also. Good. ഞാൻ പേഴ്സണലായിട്ട് ചോദിക്കുന്നത് മാത്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് പറഞ്ഞോളൂ. ആര് പറഞ്ഞ നിന്റെ കുട്ടിക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമല്ല വെച്ചിട്ട്? That is because the base is not that you cannot construct a maths. That is because we had bad teachers. Very simple. You should have thorough training for all the KG teachers. Basically, nursery, LKG, UKG, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. I have a concept called Grandma Shiksha Gurukulam, in which learning maths through craft, art, concept-wise. So what is expected for children? Feel maths, see maths. Education has only 3 purposes. Make it base in your life. You require to have good memory. Purpose of education is to make people to memorize things. That's why nursery rhymes. Repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat so that your brain is active. Now, second one is arithmetic. That's why all examinations in this world are arithmetic. Okay, maths il MSc alle kutti Cochin University alle ende university na parayipikkaru ഞാൻ ഒരു ചോദ്യം ചോദിക്കട്ടെ 28 ഗുണിക്കണം 32 പറയൂ. Tell me 32 into 28. Tell me a plus b into a minus b. So this you learn. You will not be able to teach that to young children, but the concept is there inside you. You can teach that to young children. Got it? Then now the question is 32 into 29. I know 32 into 28. One more 29. No, one more 38. 32 I should add. When I know this, I know the concept. So concept is more important in mathematics. Suppose if I have that base, then the next becomes easy. Okay, and fast process. Your processor should be fast for mathematics. If your processor is low, we have a great problem. We are basically lazy. Our processor is laziness. How many of you will get up as soon as you wake up? Getting up and waking up is different, right? Do you get up as soon as you wake up? You will not, because basically our fluid mechanics, blood has got a non-Newtonian fluid. Anybody from physics? Yeah. The viscosity is more for blood. Therefore capillary motion is more. So when you stand, pushing, biology and physics are same. So pushing blood to the brain, pushing to bottom, same. Energy is not much required to push it in the brain. So when you are at ease while sleeping, but when you wake up, automatically there is a pressure. So we don't want to take pressure. So we are advised to sleep by our own body. But you want to get up tomorrow. What is to be done? We must work beyond this. So how do you work this? I am going to give you medicine which will change your life from tomorrow. Without laziness, morning as soon as you wake up, you will get up. Drink 3 liters of water before going to bed. So our biology should require, not our manas. Understood? So there is a small process. Got it? So you must be able to make that process as part of your body. 10 numbers only, right? Otherwise we should have some other digit. So 10 numbers, 10 digit system. Everything can be learned in hands. But we are not using it today. In my childhood we learned this by hearting also. What we learned? ഒന്നും ഒന്നും രണ്ട് ഒന്നും രണ്ടും മൂന്ന് രണ്ടും ഒന്നും മൂന്ന് ഒന്നും 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 മൂന്ന്. We by hearted this. Multiplication table 10 to 10 must to learn. Without that we never. That was horrible actually those days, but I remember the benefit now. So young children by hearting the table was part of our life. Today that is not there. I think we should get back, and we will get back. I'm 100% sure next generation will go back to our traditional knowledge. I have a great plan of Grandma Child Care Center where classrooms are not separate, no L kilogram, U kilogram, nursery and all. Up to LKG, UKG. Nursery to 3rd, age 3 to grade 3, same class. Parents, grandparents, teachers, everybody can sit together and then make it a playing place. That's what actually informal system in NEP. But I'm sure no school is going to implement this. So I have got a national grid for the kindergarten teachers, lower class teachers, for which January 6th, 7th, 8th I am in Delhi to teach them how to implement this and make model classrooms. So I was offering to your manager also, if you want we can make it here. Thiruvananthapuram we have a plan. So you will learn my method of teaching. Beyond the classrooms. Learn with the craft. I do a lot of craft. Look at craft DrTPS. I make a lot of games, activity oriented classes. It will be fantastic. Children will learn. You don't have to teach them, they will learn. She came means I have to stop. Correct? Yeah, exact. 1 o'clock. Good enough? Nane's principle. Just look at it. Arouse the interest. Review last class. So generally what happens? Reading is not important. Nane says review last class. So theoretically when you learn, what do? You will start reviewing. So far in last 1.5 hour I spoke like this. I am reviewing, you are not reviewing. So what is required? You should review. So you want to see how Nane's principle I implement in my classroom? Yes? Yeah. The first row, stand up. First row, stand up. Stand up. You don't understand. You also, you have to be a role model. Third row, stand up. Third row, stand up. Fast. Fifth row, stand up. Alternate row, stand up. Immediate. Immediate alternate row, stand up. Alternate row, stand up. Yeah. Now you turn back. You turn back. And all of you stand up. So you got somebody opposite to you, right? So brief what happened in the class because she was not there. Tell what happened in the class to the person who is in front of you. Okay, stop. Now, those people who are facing me are my supporters. Those people who are facing the other side are my opposers. They say the class was waste. Looking at me, you should tell the person who is against you that the class was fantastic, it had a lot of merit. Point wise, tell. Stop. Those people facing the other side should tell bad things about the class. Stop. Now the election is over. Facing me should tell bad things. Facing the opposite should tell good things. Just change your role. Stop. Sit down. Now, did we review the class? That's it. So, in principle, theoretically, it says Nane's principle, review the class. How to do it in the class is my creativity. Understood? So, you have to be creative. Don't read theory. Read theory to implement, not to write exams. So, I read, no. I understood. And I make my classes as per their principle, implemented by my ways. Okay, so I learned this Nane's principle in Jawaharlal Nehru University. There is a consortium for educational communication. That's where I learned how to make videos, edit them and put it into classes and all that. So still I use that knowledge. Multimedia, EMMRC. There is a center in Calicut University when I was director. So I used to make teachers also to make their classes into e-classes. So you should all learn how to make your video perfect. Okay. Implement it in a different style. You have to be very creative. So tata bye bye. God bless you. You are not asked great questions. See, your ability to learn is what we test. when we select, I have selected a lot of people in Department of Space. I was there in many committees. I only select people who have got ability to learn. That's what is being tested in our office also. Otherwise, a second class in 10th, second class in 12th will not get, you know, most of the advertisement they will say consistent academic record. I never had. But then I had this. And what you should do is you should prepare before going for interview. So I remember when I came to Calicut University for an interview of director, they asked me a lot of questions. So I took answer for this. Already printed and then kept. How? Yeah, I know what you are going to ask him. Interview what is going to ask, if you know, what you will do? You will prepare, print it nicely, document it, write it and give it to all the members. This is the answer for me. Why should I waste my time? You read later thoroughly. So I knew what others are going to ask questions. So your preparation, we know from the beginning itself as candidate comes, oh, they know what is that going to be asked. Correct? So they prepare. Preparation is very, very essential. Ready to work. Don't take it for granted. That's what is essential. Okay? Dharana, that is called dharana. നമ്മൾ പറയാറില്ലേ എല്ലാ കാര്യത്തെക്കുറിച്ചൊരു ധാരണയുണ്ടെന്ന് പറയാം ഇല്ലേ? ഉണ്ടോ ഇല്ലയോ? So you should have dharana. അതാണ് യോഗ. യമ, നിയമ, ആസന, പ്രാണായാമ, പ്രത്യാഹാര, ധാരണ, ധ്യാന. Dhyana is passion. So don't think yoga is something exercise. No, it is part of everyday life. You should have passion. How do I test passion? You ask hobby, right? You will write something. When I select people, I ask a lot of questions on passion. To know whether you are surface or deep inside. Suppose somebody says gardening. Hobby. No questions will come, right? But I will ask a lot of questions. Got it? Cooking. I will ask a lot of questions. Even that hobby is good enough to understand. Actually, the hobby is written to know you have passion inside that. If you have passion, you will learn. Suppose somebody says, music is my passion. Melagartha Ragam. 27th Melagartha Ragam. Dheera Shankarabaranam Atramathe Melagartha Ragam. ചോദിച്ച ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടില്ല. പാഷൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ കേൾക്കാനല്ല. ഐ മസ്റ്റ് ഗോ ഡീപ്പ് ഇൻസൈഡ് ആൻഡ് സ്റ്റഡി. സോ പാഷൻ ഈസ് ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് സോ ദാറ്റ് വെൻ ഐ ഗിവ് സം ജോബ് they will go deep inside and understand the whole concept inside. That's what it is. So both passion and attitude, these two things are there, we can make people good. Bye bye. ഇനി എന്തെങ്കിലും ചോദ്യം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ 9447437948. DrTPS. That's my name. തല്ലിപ്പൊളി ശശികുമാർ. എന്താ മോശ തല്ല്? എന്നാ വേണ്ട, അടിപൊളി ശശികുമാർ. തല്ലന്നല്ലേ അടി. തല്ലിപ്പൊളി എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ മോശം, അടിപൊളി എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ നല്ലത്. ക്ലാസ് കൊളാക്കി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മോശമാക്കി എന്നർത്ഥം. കുളം നല്ലതാണോ മോശമാണോ? ആൾക്കാരെ ശുദ്ധമാക്കുന്ന സ്ഥലമല്ലേ കുളം, അല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ സ്ഥലം നന്നാക്കി എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിന് എന്താ അർത്ഥം? കൊളാക്കി. ഫൈൻ. DrTPS, teachers, parents, students. TPS. These are the three categories I speak. Finished. Everybody is over inside that, right? Either you are a teacher or a student or a parent. Bye bye. Thank you. ഈശ്വരാനുഗ്രഹം ഉണ്ടാവട്ടെ. ഈ ക്യാമ്പ് കഴിഞ്ഞ് വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും ഇതേപോലെ ആവരുത്. കുറേ ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ ചോദിക്കാം. നല്ലപോലെ പഠിക്കാൻ താല്പര്യമുള്ളവരായിട്ട് മാറുമ്പോൾ നല്ലപോലെ പഠിപ്പിക്കാനും താല്പര്യമുണ്ടാവും. പഠിക്കാൻ താല്പര്യമില്ലാത്തവർക്ക് പഠിപ്പിക്കാൻ താല്പര്യം ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. സോ വാട്ട് യു ഷുഡ് ഹാവ് ഇസ് ക്രിട്ടിക്കൽ തിങ്കിങ്, adapt to the situations, come to that level. and speak to them. Learn theories, but make it practicable in your life, in your ways. Same ingredient, same content, same syllabus, but you are the cook. So you must cook it in your style. Then you can make it so delicious. Fine? Thank you. So I must thank Neethu thanks on the Brahman. But just student in St. Mary's University. So my students are my torch bearers. They keep calling me at different places. So thank you. Love you so much. Otherwise I would not have come to this place, right? It's just